Welcome, everyone, to Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium, site of this year's Goodyear Cotton Bowl, part, of course, of the college football playoff. It's time now for the quarterfinals. For the top four seeds, a time to begin their quest toward the national championship. But they run into a battle-tested team already coming off one playoff victory, trying to shock the world here today and make the semifinals. As we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, the UCF Knights, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the NC State Wolfpack. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff quarterfinal game. We'll see which team's going to be moving on. Team is out there. Great energy as this playoff game is about to get underway. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. First down here for this offense. Receiver in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
So from the 21-yard line, it's now 2nd and long. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. Solid tackle, able to get him down. NC State comes to the line quickly. Running play called on 3rd and short. Stout defense. They stuff him from this angle. I don't think he got the first down. For the first drive of the game, instead of punting and hitting the opponent deep, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. 4th down. He's throwing for it. Oh, and it's dropped. A chance for a big play here in the early going, but some jitters on the part of that receiver. The decision to go for it doesn't work out this time. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? They'll run it here. And he's stopped after gaining 4 yards. So 2nd and 6.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
Now it's 2nd down here. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Able to fight for a decent gain here in that running play.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
So the offense faces 3rd and short from the +26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
Well, that's a good, hard, tough running there to get that first down to keep this drive alive. Early in this game, the offense really asserting themselves. They're not thinking about a field goal. They're trying to put this ball in the end zone.
Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Let's it fly to the wideout. Caught near the goal line. They stop him at the 4, but it sets up this offense with a 1st and goal. The Knights line up with a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, they'll try to run it in. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, UCF. They'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT makes it 7-0. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the NC State offense back out onto the field now. Remember, last time they went for it on 4th down and got stopped. And the opponent went right down the field. See if they can recover from that here. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Takes the handoff again. They bring it down to the 38, but that's good enough for a 1st down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Takes the handoff. It's Griffin. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the 1st down yardage.
You know, in the RPO game, the quarterback's got to make really sound decisions on that read. You either give it when it's the right time or you pull it out and make the throw. Here, I think he's kind of in that gray area, decides to hand it off and at least picked up some positive yards.
Here's the throw deep downfield. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. Not a great return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. They'll set the offense up with a 31.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
They begin with a quick throw to the left. And they get him down after the completion.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
The game makes it 2nd and medium. Single back takes the handoff. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker. One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Looking right, this one caught. Breaks loose at the 40. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a 1st down.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot, but I think the reality is seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments to their defense, or this guy and his speed will continue to have a field day.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
The Knights looking to keep this drive moving. QB decides to keep it here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
That's just exactly how you coach it from a defensive standpoint. You string the quarterback out to the outside, make him indecisive. By the time he makes a decision, the rest of the defense is coming in. Nice tackle for a loss.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Receiver makes the grab. Touchdown. Nice. Strong game by this quarterback.
Just get the ball into the hands of your guy and let him do the rest of the heavy lifting with the yards after the catch. What a great catch and score.
The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Kickoff teams come on the field now to send this one away. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Oh, what a move. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Finds his man. They bring him down to the 25. They're moving closer and closer to the red zone.
These undersized slot receivers can be some of the toughest guys to contain for a defense. They're quicker than they really are fast, and they're very elusive, tough to contain in these one-on-one matchups.
An inside give now from the shotgun. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker, inches away.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
They'll run it from the gun. Will he score here? And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, NC State.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football from the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
Point after, not quite through. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the UCF offense back out on the field now. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Christian, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Looking for his big tight end. Oh, the pass is picked off. And he'll step out of bounds, but that is a huge takeaway for this defense.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
So here comes the first play of the drive. They'll begin at their own 46. And they'll use the ground game here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Looking for a gap. It's Griffin. That's a nice gain to move the sticks here as time runs out in the first quarter. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Launching it downfield. The ball is picked off. Going the other way, can they stop him? Now look at the return after the interception. Sets the offense up in good shape.
Well, it looks like somebody did a great job of preparing himself to get ready for this football game. It's his 2nd interception in this game so far. Obviously, reviewed the tape and is locked in on his fundamentals. That's a big-time player making big-time plays.
And he pulls in the catch. Big gain across midfield. Tackle finally made at the 32.
Anytime you have a sudden change like this, Chris, I love to see the idea of this quick strike. The defense barely really has a chance to get established and get set. Next thing you know, they're dealing with an offense that's coming right at them, trying to put points on the board.
And that run produces a decent gain.
This is a good, solid game, 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
second down after that run on the previous play. They'll run it to the left. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they don't block the defensive end and show some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
The Knights will come to the line on 4th down, hoping to keep this drive going. Trying for a 4th down completion. Quick throw to his receiver. This will fall incomplete and a turnover on downs.
Oh my gosh, a drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a 1st down, and he drops it. This one could come back to haunt him.
He hands it off from the gun. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a 3rd down. See if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. On 3rd and short, they try to pick it up on the ground. Stop out at the 39, but good enough for a 1st down.
It's a good job here by this offensive line and the running back. Listen, these guys have really had a lot to do with why they're in this playoff game, right? So give it to the offensive line in the back. Get the 1st down on this 3rd and short. See what you can do from here.
NC State getting set with a 1st and 10 now. On the ground, it's Griffin. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's running out of time here. And he's got his man open downfield. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
Tackled just short of the goal line at the 1. What a run. NC State comes to the line quickly. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack. Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up. Kirk is beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
And the point after is good. The PAT ties the game here in the 2nd quarter now. Now they get set to kick it away. And here's the fair catch by the return man. Okay, so the UCF offense is back out on the field. The last time they went for it on fourth down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points. And they bounce back here. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
The game makes it second and medium. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
And he'll drop back here on third down. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's complete downfield. That is a huge play. Finally brought down at the 46-yard line.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The offense really clicking here. He'll hand it off. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so second and 4.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
The offense goes 5 wide, empty backfield. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Catch made on the left side. Defense surrounds him, just a short gain on that completion. Important third down play coming up after that completion. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up fourth down.
Well, they go to the air to try to pick up this first down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Defense was ready, made sure to force them into this fourth down situation.
Maybe less than a yard for a first down. They'll go for it on fourth. And here's the handoff. Tackled at the 33. That's good enough for a first down.
What a job by this offense picking up the first down. You know, as a play caller, you look at where you are in the field. If you punt it, there's a chance it goes into the end zone for a touchback. If you kick the field goal, it's a really long kick. So this is a great opportunity to be aggressive and pull the trigger to try to come up with a big play. They get it, keep the drive alive, and now they can get a touchdown.
And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack. So second down after the incompletion. And the quarterback dropping back. Caught quickly.
Well, defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
So now from the 27, the offense faces a third and short. How aggressive will they play it? Defense is coming after him. The pass is intercepted. He's got some room and some blockers here. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
So here comes the Wolfpack offense back out on the field. Really excellent possession last time. The mix, the run, and the pass kept the defense off balance and route to a touchdown. And the runner brought down after just a short gain.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. The game moves the football to the 6-yard line. It'll be first down and goal.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
That huge play sets up a great opportunity. First and goal just outside the 5. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And now a timeout quickly called by the defense as they try to get everybody on the same page here. Ball back at the 6 for a second and goal off that loss. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
This is a nice touchdown and a great play call. Just get this receiver in space and let him make people miss and use his speed to get to the end zone. That's what they did here, and it pays off.
PAT puts him in front by 7. The offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And here comes the UCF offense back out on the field. Let's see what they do here in the final minute of the half. Try to get aggressive and cut into this lead or play it safe. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Everything about this play tells you about today's offenses and what they're asking out of their running backs. You can't just be a guy who runs the football anymore. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't do a very good job of it on this play.
Second down, we're going to throw it. This time, a completion.
Well, this wide receiver has it all. We know about his leaping ability and his speed. But what I've seen today is the precise route running. Another example of it there, and the timing with this.
It's pulled in, completion on a diving catch. They move the 6. They'll hurry to the line here on first down now. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Using his legs here. And the junior quarterback shows his toughness, keeps this drive moving. And a timeout is called, important stage late here in the second quarter.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
The pass rush closing in. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down.
Man, Chris, I don't know if that was a bad read by the quarterback or a bad route by the receiver. They got to get this cleaned up before the next time they go through the air.
The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. And that one is incomplete with just 9 seconds on the clock.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
4th and 10 after 3 straight incompletions. Can they connect this time? Quick throw, testing the middle. 4th down pass is incomplete, but there's a marker down. A crucial call here. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. This will likely be the last play of the half. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. Breaks loose at the 40. They finally make the stop after a big play, but time runs out on the first half of play. And that is going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He'll call for the fair catch here. UCF offense back out on the field now. First play of the second half, they keep it on the ground. Fighting him off. Breaks loose at the 40. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. Finally tackled out at the 19, and just like that, the offense has moved into the red zone.
Chris, let's give the back a lot of credit on this play. I thought he might be brought down for a short gain, but he just kept giving great effort, and he picks up a lot of these yards after contact.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8. They're going to run it here. And they finally stop him, but a decent gain that time.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, in this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving his running back to football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
Third down, out of the shotgun. Receiver makes the catch. Tackled at the 5-yard line. Now it's 1st and goal right there.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
All right, 2nd down and goal now for this offense. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Touchdown, UCF. Still no answer for this offense.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back, but the continuity of this offensive line was on display. That's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
He knocks through the PAT and ties the score here in the 3rd period. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Returner decides to fair catch this. So the NC State offense is back out on the field now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Catch made along the sideline, but he's short of the sticks. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
The key here, Chris, is the timing by the quarterback. The fact he got the ball out quickly gave his receiver a chance. One more hitch or a slight hesitation, and that's an incompletion or an interception.
The junior able to bring him down quickly. Critical 3rd down play for this offense right here. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Looking to scramble. He's going to take off here. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a 1st down.
Boy, this defense, everything you want from them they do here except contain the quarterback. Nobody's open downfield. They pressure the quarterback. The only problem is they can't keep him short of the 1st down marker.
NC State getting set with a 1st and 10 now. They'll hand it off. Fights through a tackle.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed, but he also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Defenses all around the country got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Okay, it's 3rd down after that run. looking to pick up the first down through the air. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Touchdown, NC State. And they go in front here in the second half.
And this running back's going to show you he can be a receiver as well. He's just not back there running the football. Nice job of showing that versatility. Pulls it in and gets 6.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Okay, so the UCF offense is back out on the field. On that last touchdown drive, they just pounded away with the ground game. Let's see if that formula works again. Looking for the wide out. And he's got it. Heads out of bounds after a solid. To pick up a first down.
Anytime you have a chance to get this wide receiver isolated, to get the ball in his hands, you do it.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And that's a solid gain before the defense is able to bring him down.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
1st and 10 play coming up. It's an out route, the catch made. They bring him down, but a solid gain there on 1st down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker.
Well, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
He'll hand it off. The tackle is made, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what that's about. Offense moving backwards after that holding penalty. Important second down play coming up. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. It's a quick grab. The pickup is 4. Sets up a 3rd and 6 now.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field. Somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Knights. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and we reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
And the extra point splits the uprights. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. This one will be fair caught. comes the NC State offense back out onto the field now. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Second down after that run on the previous play. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Scrambling, now he'll make the throw. He makes the grab. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
The back's got it. He's wrapped up nicely there by the freshman. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man, bringing pressure. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker. As the tight end flexed out into the slot, looking for a matchup there, Kirk.
Well, it is a matchup because he has the size where he's very difficult to be able to match up for his safety. And he's got the speed to be able to outrun a linebacker. That's why they like to flex him out like that and be able to pick up nice big gains like this.
Play action fake, looking to throw. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And this offense picks up the first down. They tackle him at the 44. This NC State offense is moving quickly down the field. On the run, it's Griffin. Tackle, but first down.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
NC State getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Pressure is coming. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Pass complete. It's second down now. Keeping it on the ground here. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Hey, nice RPO here by the offense. Defense is going to sit back, make it easy on the quarterback, hand it off up the middle. Nice solid gain. Stay ahead of the chains.
So the offense faces 3rd and short from the plus 26. Might be 4-down territory, but let's see what the call is here. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. They don't convert. In fact, he's tackled for a loss on that 3rd down play.
Good job here by the defense on 3rd down. Forget about throwing downfield. They go short, and they make them pay for it with a loss of yardage.
So tie game, 4th quarter. They're going to go for it on this 4th down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He's escaping the pocket now. Fires it on the move. Oh, and they cannot connect. Really needed that completion. Instead, it's a turnover on downs.
I really thought thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on fourth down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Breaks loose at the 40. A big play moves the ball across midfield to the opponent's 43. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great blocking on the left side, able to create a great push. Nice crease, and the back found that with the vision and picks up some big yards for that first down. Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And now the handoff. They stop him, but it's a first down.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
Snags the quick throw. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, how about the offensive balance these last couple plays we're seeing from these guys? Not only are they balanced, but the explosiveness. A big run followed up by a big play through the air, and puts a lot of pressure on this defense.
And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Hands off to the left. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
So here we go, third down in the red zone, the kind of play that decides football games. Can't hold on. Good defensive play brings up a fourth down.
Well, they decide to throw the ball here on third down and short. I really thought the easy thing is just run the quarterback or hand it off, pick up the first down, keep this drive alive, and get 6 points on the board.
He missed it. Field goal, no good. That one's off target, and the game will remain tied.
Oh, off the upright there. Boy, he hit it clean. It was end over end. I thought it had a real chance, and the ball just kind of kept moving on him, and then doink, right off the upright.
Solid run. They'll bring it down to the 28-yard line. Second down after that run on the previous play. And now the running back's got it again. And it's good for a first down to the 36.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that first down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. He'll try to run inside, but nowhere to go. Second down after that previous play. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Looking to scramble now. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is going to get after him. They get upfield. They have a great pass rush. What do they create? Space and running lanes. And he takes off and picks up some nice yards.
There's the handoff. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Makes a quick catch. In the clear at the 25. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
What a thing of beauty by this offense to put that go-ahead score up on the board. The quarterback played with tremendous composure when the game was on the line. Now we'll see if his own defense can hold on to this lead.
Automatic in the PAT. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. And here comes the UCF offense back out on the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Receiver makes the grab. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Let me tell you something, Chris. That is a great play by that defender. You're talking about one of the elite receivers with incredible speed, with space. He's got room to shake and get free and pick up more yards, but a great tackle in the open field right there to prevent it.
They bring him down to the 32-yard line. Solid gain on the running play. Third down now. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Fires it to the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. And smart choice, he'll step out of bounds to stop the clock. That's good execution.
Well, Chris, just like this in the fourth quarter, you're working this 2-minute drill. It's a one-possession game. Every single time you can get first downs and out of bounds. That's exactly what you do to want to move the ball down the field and eventually put it into the end zone.
They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32. And that completion, Kirk, puts him over 300 yards passing today.
Yeah, anytime a quarterback has a day like this, really it all has to come together with the offensive line play, the receivers running these great routes, and he's just in sync. He's kind of in that zone right now.
He's got it near the end zone. Tackle is made at the 4. It'll be first down and goal.
Well, I'll tell you what, this guy's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. And here we are, late in the game. He needs to continue to play with that consistency. That's a great example that he's up to it.
There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, UCF. And now a crucial PAT attempt. And that PAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. On the kickoff is hammered. Sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. The pocket breaking down. So here comes our first play of overtime. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Here's the second down play. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And the wideout goes in motion. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. Trying for a pick 6 to win the game.
Oh, no. They may have just cost themselves the game with this interception. That's the last thing you can afford to do in overtime. Now it simply comes down to, can you stop your opponent from scoring or the game is over.
So here we go. This defense needing to come up with something special here. Make a play and keep hope alive in this game. Here comes a handoff. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
I like that you trust your running back and you're still trying to run the football. But you got to be careful. You get into overtime, this defense is thinking not just stop this runner, but try to rip that ball out as well.
And now the defense will spend a timeout to get everybody on the same page before this important play. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And here we go. We'll set up for a potential walk-off game-winning field goal. Now the defense calls timeout, trying to get organized and come up with a stop here in overtime. So we'll set up now for a field goal to win the game, a moment every kicker dreams about. And he's got it. Ball game in OT.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He's got a strong leg. I'm not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
In these overtime games, Kirk, it just comes down to execution in the moment. Who can make one more big play? They did it. They come up with a signature W.
Yeah, you're right, Chris. I think this